What's good, guys? This is Drew92 coming to you with another boxing glove review, and today we're looking at the FistRage, these FistRage boxing gloves, and here's these FistRage boxing gloves, and here's what I gotta say about them. Like, unfortunately, I didn't get to do the unboxing video, so yeah, I did in my first draft of these gloves, but then I had to return them because of payments I had to make. So this is a pretty new pair. So, and I opened them too fast. So unfortunately, you might not see an unboxing review on this specific pair of gloves, but I can give you my overall thoughts on these gloves and the weigh-in and the punching bag review, and also the pair of 16-ounce versions of these gloves, which I'll get to in a moment. So right now, here are my thoughts on the overall look of these gloves. So yeah, I think these gloves look very cool. Like, the metallic color really pops out, and since green is my favorite color, these were immediately like a selling point for me. And they come in different colors like gold and silver, but these green ones are just what sold them to me. So yeah, I think that these are some of the most aesthetically pleasing boxing gloves I've seen in a long time, and yeah, these really have good looks to them. Now, on these gloves, there's also these ventilated holes right here. Although what I can see is that they're not exactly like the holes that completely go through the glove. I mean, I'm not sure if it's just a visual choice that they're doing right here on these gloves by putting holes in them or something. I'm not too sure, but yeah, these are cool. And so yeah, this is kind of cool. Like, hopefully they serve their purpose as ventilation, but if not, there's always ventilation through this hole right here. And as you can see, I'm wearing like a pair of wrist wrap gloves underneath, so for this review, and right, wrist wrap gloves. So anyway, so yeah, you're definitely got ventilation through here, and these are a pair of 12-ounce gloves, as you can see, and made in Pakistan. So yeah, so overall, these are my overall first impressions of these gloves when looking at them. Now let's get to the other parts of the review, like the weigh-in and the testing. And then after that, I'm also going to do a side review with the 16-ounce versions of these gloves. So this may be a bit of a long review, so let's get to it. First, First, we're going to do the right. First, we're going to do the right glove. Here. $12.4 ounces. Okay, that is close to 12 ounces, so I'll give FistRage that. So let's do the left glove. Left one. 11.1 ounces. Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, 11.1 ounces. Not too close to 12. Not too close to 12, really. Almost. In fact, it's so narrowly above 11. So, I mean, it is close to 12. Don't get me wrong, but I was expecting it to be a little close. So, there's definitely a little bit of size inconsistency between the left and the right glove, but but at least it's above it's above 11, so it's not it's not terrible, but it doesn't exactly hit the mark in terms of being a 12-ounce glove. But with with the right glove, however, as you pretty much saw from here, it's very close to 12 ounces. Not by much. I mean, it's a little above it, but at least it's still in the 12-ounce range for it to count. So, yeah, there's a little bit of size inconsistency right here. So we're just going to have to take that. So there's a little bit of size inconsistency between the two. So we're just going to have to take that as it is. Okay, this is okay. Okay, this is good. So you definitely feel like they have some pretty good support in the padding right here. So, yeah, so I think they're good gloves for bag work. Very solid. Now, as far as sparring goes, these are 12 ounces. So I'm not going to use them for any sparring per se, but overall I think these gloves do a very good job. And I never got to the aesthetic part as far as their feel goes, but here it is. Like, so here's the thing about how they feel. They feel very good. Like, the inside, it feels like I'm well padded and protected, and I think the outside part, I forgot to mention, is just very smooth too. So these might be the smoothest pair of boxing gloves outwardly I've had. Well, maybe I can't say the smoothest, but they're definitely one of the smoother ones I've seen and felt. So yeah, these are very good. Like as far as these gloves go, yeah, they're very good pairs of starter boxing gloves, and priced very reasonably too. So for now, I'm giving these a 3.5 out of 5, mainly because I think there's a bit of a size inconsistency going on in them, and I probably wouldn't use these for sparring, but then again, 12 ounces is not the ideal sparring size, so yeah, these are very good for pad and bag work too. So now that we got that out of the way, I think that we can just simply compare these to the 16-ounce version of these gloves, which I also have, by the way, since I just wanted to. So we're going to be doing the 16-ounce version of these gloves now that we've done the 12-ounce. All right, so here's pretty much the bag, and overall, not much has changed visually with these gloves. They're still the same pair that I got. They're still the same pair as far as color goes, but this is definitely a different glove because of how it weighs. So here we go. Yeah, so there definitely isn't much of a change in this. So there definitely isn't a change in this glove, visually speaking, unless of course we put them against the 12-ounce gloves. But not much has changed right there. So, but we'll get to that later. So here's how they. So yeah, 16 ounces right here. 16, made in Pakistan. So yeah, pretty much the same glove as far as the design of it goes, but as far as the weight goes, yeah, of course. All right, guys. So now that we're here, let's get to the weigh-in of these gloves. First, the right glove. again, these are 16 ounces, so let's see how well they match. 15.7 ounces. Very close to 16. Impressive. Now that we got that, let's do the left 16 ounce glove. Again, for a reminder, this is 16 ounces. So let's see how these work. Let's get to how it compares to the 12 ounce version. So here's a little comparison between the two. 16, 12. But so as you can see, the 12 ounce is slightly shorter than the 16 ounce, but that's not too surprising. They are different weight sizes, so you kind of expect, so this is kind of what you'd expect from a 16 ounce versus a 12 ounce glove. So let's get to the actual weigh-in of these versions of the gloves. So now we're back from the weigh-in. Now we're back from the weigh-in of these 16 ounce gloves. We're going to be doing the field testing of these gloves. So it's gonna be like, of course, what you'd expect, the punching bag stuff. So let's do it. Very solid stuff. Very solid stuff. Like, especially with the way the light reflects off of these gloves, as I pointed out in the previous review. So, yeah, guys, these FistRage boxing gloves, they're, as far as what these 16 ounce versions, they're very good. They're very good. Like, they have that feel that you would expect a 16 ounce glove to have in terms of weight distribution. So I do think that they have a little more padding in there. Now, although I think that these will pass the 16 ounce weigh-in test, as far as sparring goes, well, the padding on this could be a little softer, but maybe it's just because of how it feels compared to the other gloves I have. So I'm probably not a good judge on that, but I think that these can work for, I think that as far as these being 16 ounces, they could work for pretty much a sparring session, but you'd have to try it out kind of try it out and see for yourself if it's good. So yeah, I think that, so yeah, as far as these gloves go, these are very good entry level gloves, and for less than 29 bucks, these are pretty good gloves right there. So I'm not sure if I may use these in a sparring match or not. I could maybe, I'm not too sure, but I think that these are very good entry-level gloves, and since these are 16 ounces, you might be able to use these in sparring if possible. So yeah, maybe, just a maybe. But one thing's for certain, these are good gloves for a budget brand. So yeah. All right, just a little update on these gloves. I had a sparring session just two weekends ago, and I gotta admit, these held up very well. I was able to be protected and to use control very well with oil to not hurt my opponent. So yeah, guys, I would definitely recommend these for pad and bag work. As for sparring, you may, but because the padding's a little dense compared to other gloves, you might want to use caution when using it. So that's the only thing. But anyway, Thanks for watching.